Look at that crochet needle. Top in it. It's the handle I made. Good crochet needle, that. I've been making some letters. If you can see them. Got the rest in the box down there. My friend Rob came round, but we couldn't be bothered doing a film. Just chilled instead. He brought a guitar round. We did a bit of soldering. Soldered his guitar. The jack input was a bit dodgy, so got that soldered nice, and tested it. It works fully well, so thumbs up to that job. And I do another cast later. Crack on with things, really, you know, making key rings and stuff like that for Christmas. Out of this resin, which is pretty cool. I like resin. And yeah, clear cast resin, epoxy, or polyester. Fuck it, I like polyester as well, to be honest with you. Gotta say, even though it's absolutely revolting to use, quite toxic stuff. Never mind though, because quite used to toxicity. I'm born for it, and yeah, that's the reason why I'm here, basically. Toxicity, to bring attention to people out there who have no clue who I am, don't care either who I am, who know who I am, and who future people who definitely will know who I am, as in people born after my departure, whether that be today or being as I'm quite a healthy person, funny enough. I could reckon I could make it to 80 at least, you know. So, or 88, why not 88? So I'm halfway through my life, yeah. Halfway through. And I've done quite a fucking, swore. I've done quite a bit of stuff of worth, that's worth knowing. But it's not even my creative stuff that's I consider worth, well, even though it's worth something at least, you know, the organites and stuff and the resin craft, that's nothing compared to the information of which I accessed, and through my commitment to the truth, I not only accessed this information, but in all that information, in all its worth, I've proved it to be correct. Not only me though, but several other people have remarked about the rightfulness of this, of what I did, yeah. Now, the people who were around me, and I say were because they're not anymore, and I certainly do not want them to be anywhere near me. Because when I read back on what was presented to them, not only in direct emails, but the comments of my wacky videos, which I mean, what the fuck did they think? I'm talking about my so-called friends now, yeah. The ones who really did drag it out, as in commit themselves not to pay attention, not to look at anything, not to back anything up, not to have any support whatsoever. And just thinking that I was going mad for no reason, or whatever reason they gave themselves was pretty lame. Lame as fuck. So they are the ones who cannot, yes, it's got to that point, they cannot accept what they've done, because it's nothing to them. They don't even know what they've done, because it's nothing to them. And that's life, basically. Life. Of course, my life, yeah, is nothing to them. But their own lives are now nothing to them, no matter how long they live for, as well. The longer, the better, really. That's what I say. Because as time rolls on inexorably, more and more people across this globe, or this plateau, this real life presentation, hard matter, reality that's right in front of us every day, as soon as we get up, as soon as we go to bed, even when we're in bed and dreaming about the only thing that we know, and that's hard matter reality, albeit it's a bit more surreal in dreams. People rarely dream. I mean, I'm getting a bit off track now, but yeah, it's generally everyday reality that people dream of, yeah. And it's in colour as well. Whoever said black and white fucking dreams, whoever has black and white dreams, weird. And ones that don't have any dreams at all are even weirder, I think, to be honest with you. And the ones who can separate, discern, and totally understand that there's a difference between dreams and reality, as in walking, physical, hard matter, wakeful reality. Those who can discern between this and that, as in wakeful reality and dreams whilst you're sleeping, those who can discern and tell the difference are quite special, I think. Definitely so. Especially when reality is so real and dreams are pretty much inside someone's head and are shared with not many people. I mean, if you have a dream, say, and someone's in your dream, then I make a cameo appearance, you should really get in contact with them if you can. Just let them know that they were in your dream, because perhaps you were in their dream too at that moment. You never know. You never know. I know it's happened before with people. People said, "Oh, you were in my dream a couple of days ago." That's funny enough. That you were in my dream as well a few days ago, type of thing. Yeah. Getting off track again now. But what these people, as in my so-called friends, my past friends, did has no meaning to them. And that's pretty good in a way, because if it did, they would be quite distraught. So it's pretty good they haven't got any emotions, But it's basically robots. They're soulless freaks. Yeah, indeed. Because when I read back on the emails and the comments that were made over time, well before that paint attack, the one that everyone wants me to forget about, and for some reason I deserved it, that paint attack, so people have been told, and people out there know that I did not deserve it. People who are ignorant to themselves and to everyone else and to everything they haven't got access. They're denied, fully denied. Denied of what? Denied of one. And one is all for one. Right? And now the one is both light and dark. Whatever way you want to look at that, it's up to you. But the one and the all is everything. Everything. From the worst of the worst to the best of the best. And they denied this up to a point where it literally became ridiculous of how much someone can deny themselves. And they denied themselves. They didn't deny me anything because I already had it. What's it? Well, you're going to have a little look at this website that I've created, yeah? And I've been scanning in emails, comments, and stuff that I printed out. So the David Icke thing is there that got taken off, by the way. The Google community. The long, I think it was about 16 months I was on that. And that's when everyone knew of what I did, right? Apart from, well, these so-called friends of mine knew what I was doing anyway. And they denied it to themselves and denied it to the next person. Now, they have done this to such an extent where they don't realise how much trouble that they're in. Really are in deep shit. And they can say anything they want about me, try and incriminate me for something that they don't really have any proof of. Thing is, I've got lots of proof for crimes that they are definitely involved with. And it's the worst crimes ever, really. Things like ignorance, pride, envy, even lust. A couple of their deadly sins, should we say. But if they had read these comments before that paint attack, before the paint attack, which they did, read some of them, at least a confirmation from someone else that I was not bullshitting and I was rightfully going a bit crazy because of something. And people around the world know what this is, apart from, obviously, my so-called friends who chose themselves to ignore and deny and totally disregard, throw away like a fucking picked bugger, flicked right into the corner, not even to savour for another day, hoovered up straight away, hoovered up. Yep, sorry for being a bit vulgar, but no one gives a shit anyway, do they? Really? And like I said, my so-called friends, the people who I was half hoping would eventually realise what I was doing, which they did, by the way, and denied it to themselves and to everyone around them. Whatever they said to people around them is, I don't really care, It possibly wasn't their truth. Well, it definitely wasn't the truth, because anyone around them would have realised. And they were kept from this realisation of self, of themselves. Totally, they were, yes. These are grown adults. Some of them are older than me. Some of them are younger. But right across the board, ignorance on such a grand scale. Also, manipulation, gaslighting, grooming, everything really nasty and mind controlling. Now, they can't say to me, "You're trying to mind control me." No, I was trying to bring to attention something very important for you to know, because I found it out. That's why. And they took that as they were concerned, not about my safety, no. They were concerned that someone else found this out, not them. That is it. And what I was on about since day fucking one was actually the truth. Now, they've not told their missus this, or their hubby, or anyone around them this. They're not told their friends, they're not told their family about this. So it kind of leaves me in a position where I can do anything I want, really, to you, because you don't care, obviously. You do not care. I'm talking to my past so-called friends, in the past, all of them. And they've all got profiles written up on them as well. Profiles which they can't deny, even though they denied it to themselves, denied something to themselves. They cannot deny these profiles which they have gained through their committed, sheer ignorance. And you don't have to be religious, you don't have to be spiritual or anything to kind of understand what they've denied. Yeah. It kind of helps if you are a bit, I'd say more spiritual. But, each to their own. And in doing so, have managed to cause a whole lot of shit to come down on this earth. And they still don't care. They don't. So it'll have to be revealed to everyone out there about who these people are, what they do, what they've done, what they've not done, what they pretended to do, what they ignored, what they really did put in good effort to ignore, maximum effort to completely disrespect and ignore. And it's not like they had anything else better to do, because everyone who really did know what I was doing and what I was up to, it's not like they worked 9 to 5 jobs and they were like occupied with other things like that. Not even like bringing up young kids, because their kids have already been brought up or they've not got kids, right? So they were fully in the position to acknowledge what I was finding out and take it somewhat seriously. And because they didn't, I kind of did piss them off a bit by doing these wacky videos, yeah, which they didn't like me doing, because it was me doing it, not them, I guess. Because I guess that's the case. I mean, it can't be for any other reason, really, apart from that. Doesn't make any sense. And they purposefully stifled and tried to control something which was uncontrollable, like the freaks that they are. And in doing so, they've controlled themselves into a pit of shit. And if they don't know what I mean yet, then you're going to have to read that website or send it to someone. Send it to your parents, why not? Send it to your brother or your sister. Send it to your kids. Because it's, I mean, there's no words to really call it, really. Without being dramatic here, over dramatic. There's shameful, but if there's anything worse than like shameful, upon one's own shame of being shamed by the fact that they're so shamefully fucking ignorant. Yet working on assumptions, solidly working upon shitty, piss poor assumptions, calling them truth to themselves by not even looking into any of the evidence, not even paying attention to emails sent directly to them that I didn't know about until weeks later, before the paint attack, by the way. And thinking that everything's a joke, really. I mean, they're jokers, you know. Life is a joke to them, especially other people's lives. So what's happened here is that there are some people of whom do know what I've done and what I did, and fully acknowledge it. And they've counted this as a success in all its hideousness of absolute betrayal and total disregard for any other person apart from their shitty selves. Yep, they well and truly dug. I mean, I've been saying like shallow grave, but their grave is so deep. It literally goes right to the core of the earth, where it's quite hot. And they will be known for this for the rest of their lives. And they don't even know yet, because they're so ignorant and committed to their ignorance. They do not know what I'm saying. They still think I'm mad. Or they tell people I'm mad. They tell their parents, their kids, their hubby, their fucking wife, their girlfriend or boyfriend, that I'm mad and going on about nothing. Now, without looking at the plethora, the mounted up evidence, solid and clear, factual evidence of what I did. Emphasis on the past tense, because I did it. Something which not many people do, especially my close friends, or past my frenemies, my ex-friends, especially them, because they're absolute fakesters and weaklings, really are weaklings, to even, it wasn't even a guess, they knew what they were doing. They knew that there was something wrong with it, yet they still did it. Like I said, because I obviously haven't got much backup, have I? Because if I did, they wouldn't have done what they did. So it's kind of like bullying, yeah, in a way. And I didn't react in the way that they thought that I would react. In fact, quite the opposite. And really showed them all up. Yet they're still in denial, or they can't believe it, that that's happened, you know. They've fucked shit up. They have. For not only themselves, but everyone. Every single person. And it's lucky they're so ignorant and emotionally void, and ignorant as well, double ignorant, arrogant, and kind of in their tiny minds, really, you know, their tiny little narcissistic minds, that everything revolves around them, including the denial and the shittery that they've caused. So when people learn that everything is connected, then they will realize that they're connected to predominantly the wrong side of history. That's the past tense. Bye for now.